Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today I'm reviewing not so much a watch as a phenomenon. Originally released at Bezel World 2013, who could have conceived that the better part of a decade later, this watch would be hotter than ever. And this watch is the Rolex GMT-master 2 116710 BLNR. The black and blue, the Batman, the Dark Knight, no matter what you call it, I call it a phenomenon. This is a timepiece that, in many respects, was an interesting evolution of the GMT Master 2. The first ever black and blue bezel, interesting. The first ever blue 24-hour GMT hand, interesting, but not a fundamental departure from the formula established in 2005 with the first super case 6-digit GMT. Nevertheless, this watch has taken on a cult of personality to rival anyone from Hollywood or the music industry. A timepiece that is charismatic and easy to wear. Almost any wrist can accommodate it. On my 16 centimeter circumference forearm, you can see that the watch wears easily. It's not big, 40 millimeters, but with the super case, visually it has the impact of a 42. It's 11.9 millimeters thick, which is to say it'll fit easily under a cuff. It's thinner even than a Daytona, so if you can wear one of those with a sleeve, you can wear this with a sleeve. 48 millimeters from lug to lug. The timepiece is a more robust 51 millimeters lug to lug if you include the solid end links of the bracelet. And of course, the end links of the bracelet are 20 millimeters wide. The lug spacing is 20 millimeters. It would look wonderful on a blue Everest strap, but consider the Rolex Oyster bracelet to be your logical first resort. It's a wonderful piece, incredibly solid, a modern super case Rolex with an all solid link milled clasp Oyster bracelet in steel feels as heavy and substantial as a gold Rolex from previous generations. Solid end links, solid center links, differential finish, staggered link alignment, differential size, and you can see that the links are fixed in place with screws. The clasp is a hand stem piece. It is a true Rolex Oyster sports clasp. So not only does it have the polished straight through, not only does it have internal polished components, but there's a beak and a hook system internally. So it has one locking system. You actually can't pull it open even with the clamshell up, but then you lock it and you're sure tight with the clamshell down. There's a little revetment under the crown that makes it easy to dig in your nail and open it up. And then there's a 5 millimeter Easy Link quick adjustment system built into the clasp. So you have the equivalent of 5 millimeters. That's one link removed or one link added, albeit without resort to a screwdriver. Now you can see there are also a couple of divots drilled inside the clasp. You can see there are 3 of them that allow you to easily change the anchoring point of the bracelet in the clasp if you have a strap tool. Jumping back to the case itself, it's the super case. It's finally grown on me after all these years. It is substantial and it gives you the visual impact of a big watch without an actual big watch. So sheer of side and squared off, it's satin finished on its tops, polished on its flanks, and here you can see the Rolex trip lock crown. Though it's 100-meter water resistance, the trip lock crown is Rolex's more robust. Normally a 100-meter watch would be a twin lock. I suspect that this watch is more than 100 meters water resistant in reality, but heck, specs are 100, so I'm quoting 100. You can see curved tab style shear guards for the crown, and then there's a deep and sharp knurling for the bezel. The bezel really is the heart and soul of this watch, or I should say the bezel insert. So this is blue ceramic and black ceramic, and the combination of the two was an historic first for Rolex. Ceramic is very scratch resistant, so between the sapphire and the ceramic capping this watch, it's going to shake off a lot of scratches and scuffs. So this watch will continue to look good likely for years after initial purchase. You can see the knurling features satin finish within the revetments, within the little knurled slots, but then it's polished outboard, and it's a bidirectional bezel in GMT fashion. The idea being that this is a pilot's bezel. If you set that 24-hour blue hand to Greenwich Mean Time, you can then use the GMT offset of your airport or port of destination to temporarily read 3 time zones on the watch, and that's the idea, because this is a GMT Master 2, and since the first GMT Master 2 of 1983, you have been able to set that local hour hand, the 12-hour hand, separately from the 24-hour hand. The 24-hour hand makes 1 sweep per day. The 12-hour hand makes 2 sweeps per 24 hours. So you've got those 2 independent time zones. You can also pull the crown out, hack the seconds hand, and now set precisely to a reference time. Gloss, lacquer black base, white gold hands, white gold indices. Rolex, of course, a complete manufacturer, giving the watch caliber 3186 internally, 31 joules, automatic winding, bidirectional for smoothness. 48-hour power reserve, 28,800 vibrations per hour. It is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer, but Rolex goes one better, finally substantiating the term superlative chronometer, which Rolex invented. The watch is now guaranteed +2 or -2 seconds per 24 hours or better. So a COSC chronometer, but also a superlative chronometer. The watch features the independent dual time zones and sports watch architecture. So in addition to the 100-meter water resistance, it has a full balance bridge with a free sprung balance, the two features making it very shock resistant. An overcoil hairspring that beats concentrically in any position on your wrist or dresser at night, so the watch keeps excellent time in any orientation with respect to gravity, and there is an overcoil hairspring architecture in niobium zirconium, blue oxidized, that is Rolex Cerachrom blue. It is a highly anti-magnetic alloy, so you have that benefit as well. See the legend, the phenomenon, the Rolex BLNR, the Batman, on the watch box. Rolex GMT BLNR.